After Columbia College released their 12-inch single of Not Dead Yet, but backed with Little Disasters and Over My Shoulder, we ended up getting signed based on that record with a Dutch label, CNR. When CNR said they wanted to sign us to a record deal, I negotiated out the U.S. so that it was they had the rest of the world and I retained the U.S. And then I called up my friend Jay Whitehouse. And Jay had always said he said if in a perfect world where he could have his own record label, the first band he would sign would be the Bad Examples. So when I knew that I was going to be able to sign this deal with CNR Records to release a Bad Examples album outside the U.S., I called up Jay and said, let's put a label together. You can run it. We'll release Bad is Beautiful in America. One of the nice things about Bad is Beautiful was that partnership between Jay and the Water Dog crew here. Actually, the Water Dog crew. And then it was Jay and me. It was Jay Whitehouse in the basement and me with the band. And then the whole Dutch label in Europe. So we partnered on those two pieces with it. There were a lot of singles that came out of the record. Like, that was kind of an old school way to go. Even in the early 90s, labels weren't doing that as much. They would throw a single out there, throw a record out there, and they didn't really stick to it long term. But it was our label, right? So we knew we were going to stick to it long term. And our Dutch label was similarly committed to engaging and building the band. So I want to do a quick rundown of all of the singles off of Bad is Beautiful. Because a lot of people think Not Dead Yet. And that was, I think, 5th or 6th on the list. The first song on Bad is Beautiful to get radio play was Stranger Than Fiction. WXRT played it, Richard Milne. Last night I dreamed that I died in a car wreck. Waking and nothing had changed, I could see. Turning into someone unfamiliar, stranger than fiction. So that was actually the first song off Bad is Beautiful to get airplay. The second song that really got some strong airplay here in Chicago was One Perfect Moment. Buzz Killman started it by playing it on the loop, and then it spread to XRT and WCBR, The Bear, and I think a couple other stations played it as well. Maybe we don't belong together, I won't tell if you won't worry. One perfect moment. So the Dutch label's first single that they wanted to push, though, was Promises in the Dark. I was 23 and living in the city. I met a long-legged blonde on Friday night. It was a head-on collision of passion. We made a wide-eyed, loose lip of love all night. And it almost made the top 10 in Holland at the last minute, right before they published the charts, where it was poised to be number 10. Michael Jackson's new single came out and bumped us off the chart at the last minute. So I guess if you're getting bumped off the charts by Michael Jackson, you're playing in the right league. Promises in the Dark was the first single in Europe, and that was kind of the song that was on the radio when we toured opening for Golden Earring. The next single off the record after that, the Dutch label wanted to, they were really high on the song Ashes of My Heart. They'd had us record a bridge and add a bridge and guitar solo to the song. And it's getting to the point where I no longer know exactly what to do or say. A new disaster threatens every day that I stay with you, trying to start a fire where there used to be a fire burning here in the ashes of my heart. So Ashes of My Heart, second European single fourth single, Counting America, didn't take off. So they followed with a ballad. They released Squeezing the Puzzle Together. Death don't walk in the front door. He sneak in the back like a thief in the night. Death don't fight like a brave man. Put a knife in your back as you stand in the dark. Lord, how I wish that you could hear this song. And it's a beautiful song, but it didn't break as a single. It wasn't till the sixth song off the album that, which wasn't even supposed to be on the album. Not Dead Yet had been on Meat, right? And our initial plan was not to include it on Bad is Beautiful because it had already been released. But because Styx had decided to cover it and had released it on their Edge of the Century album, which was after Meat, but before Bad is Beautiful finally came out, because Styx had released it, I realized people were going to think of it as a Styx song. So I asked the label if we could add Not Dead Yet last minute, after the record was done. We went back in the studio to record it with John Duich, because I realized that I needed to make sure that since Bad is Beautiful was going to be the first fully released, fully international record, that we put a firm stamp on Not Dead Yet as our song. So that was the only reason it was on the record. And sixth single, I guess Styx had good taste because it was the hit we were finally waiting for. I was born too late to play in the Rolling Stones. I don't know Jimmy Page, I never met Yoko Ono, standing with a strap. I'm rock and roll's bastard son. Go out, get drunk, get laid, have fun. Don't got $1 million, don't drive a Cadillac. Give me half a chance, cause I'm not dead yet. And that song's not dead yet. And neither are the bad examples. Thanks for listening to my little history of the singles off Bad is Beautiful.